make sure they remain untraumatized.
I can't believe you two went to a shrink. He's the one with the
Oh, nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, they make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look, see, I was the high school slick brick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 cricket. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to let me. Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the bottom. Take two and pour out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of them that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
We spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat gon' have no time for cold cuts. The game like big bitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold a million records yet. Used to be on my checklist, big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time in it. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog so the day that you finally pop off, you'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's right. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I'll give God over praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, what about?
I happen to be very good at things relating to feelings. I mean, I have been married for 45 years, and if there's one thing I understand, it's how awful a husband can be.
Well, no, you're on her side. Listen, Bernie and Linda came in and they said they went to counseling. She got it in her head that we should go, and we don't need to.
Oh, poor Raymond. Never learned how to get along with other human beings.
Be quiet, Rob.
Yeah, shut up.
No, you shut up.
Ass.
Deborah, did you want to go to counseling because of Bernie and Linda?
No, of course not. I mean, look at how we fight. The very morning they came over, we were fighting.
And what do you fight about?
About how nuts she goes cleaning when people come over. All I want to do is relax for once and watch a little TV, and she asked me to shampoo the rug.
What? You can't help out a little?
Oh no.
I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with.
That's certainly valid. And Raymond, you of all people should know that if you want your house to look nice, Deborah needs help.
Oh.
My chest. I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. Run it up.
Raymond is a very hard worker and sometimes needs to relax.
Of course. But why is it such a battle to get you to do anything?
I don't know.
That's why I want to go to counseling. I don't think it's that you're just
Run it up.
lazy. I think there's a deeper reason behind it. You just figure it out. You want
Run it up.
to be here.
Run it up. Run it up.
many memories that I made on Cascade Road. I done gained the world, I ain't never sell my soul. This is God-given, so I think I'm as I go. Hate to sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they in me. Yeah, crazy thing they.
No, on the contrary, Dad. I think we've made quite a breakthrough.
No.
Oh, no, it's very simple, really. See, apparently the deep reasons behind the fights is that you wished you married your mother.
That's not what he said.
Yes, he did.
Why would I say that?
Oh, God.
Raymond, there's nothing wrong in what you just said.
Please stop! Listen, that's not what I meant to say.
Oh my God.
And Deborah, could you call Pamela and see if she has an opening for right now?
Maybe she could move in.
Oh, Lord.
I think it's getting kind of late, everybody. Ray, you want to go up?
Well, we should.
When run up on me, baby, show you gon' see.
Because I'm sick. That's sick what I said.
Tonight, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida.
Oh my God.
It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Miami Dolphins.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Tonight we kick off the preseason with a good matchup right away between the Miami Dolphins and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we finally made it, partner, through the winter, through the spring, now into the summer, and football finally back.
And during that time off, we all cherish our vacation time. But admit it, you're the same as me. When you were working out, when you were doing things, you thought about football, didn't you? And you couldn't wait to be back up here again.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Bringing him out is the future Hall of Famer, now in his 18th NFL season, Aaron Rodgers.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
Rodgers going to come out throwing. And incomplete to open things up. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Rodgers now on first down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he'll just get rid of it. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Rodgers again now. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing is Rodgers. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. It gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 14. A gain of 22.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And throw right side complete to Parker. Touchdown! Devontae Parker, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And Devontae Parker able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Singletary to get the drive started. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. 2 yards, good enough for a first. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Now it's the backup Stafford. Complete to Kelly. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Now the former UCLA Bruin, this is Joshua Kelly. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Kelly. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So Miami coming out for their second drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. Gets past one man, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. 2nd and 11 now. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
McLaughlin for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you
don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it. I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that they've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll drop to throw. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making a tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll set up a throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Armani Watts.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10 at the 40. After the interception, here's Stafford. Setting up the screen to Kelly. And some space here. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, here's Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, it's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. On is the punter Hecker as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. And he's had his struggles here early with a couple of interceptions as he'll try to refocus with a 1st and 10 to start this drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 47 yards on the ground for him so far. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Now a first down throw. Stafford throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa. Here's Stafford. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, what a move. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And out will come the offense as they take over. Miami's offense set and ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. This is Hines. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. On first down, it's Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Draw play. This is Hines. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They run up the gut with Kelly. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 42. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
The challenge flag is out. Todd Bowles not pleased with the ruling on the field, and he's going to ask the officials to take another look. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
69 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Back to throw here. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Dolphins are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's 17-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run again with Hines. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They run with Hines. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Here's Hines. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee. Second and 11. Now it's Hines. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory. Well, partner, it's just preseason, but it always feels good to be in victory formation, taking the knee for the W.
Yeah, I've often thought to myself when I watch these preseason games, some teams need the wins more than others. You know, if you're established and you're used to winning, not quite the same. But if you're trying to learn how to win, it's important to get it done. And to be able to kneel down at the end, even better.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.
You gotta choose. You like the